Hey there, I'm Aaron, the founder and CTO at Lexer, and today I'm really excited to share with you a new feature that we're launching called Event Explorer. I can see the Event Explorer inside the segment builder. There's a new tab here called Events, and when I click into this, I can actually see really rich and deep analysis of all of the event data that is currently held in the Lexer CDXP. Right now I'm looking at orders, but I could look at different events such as products or returns. Or if you have brought in custom event data into the CDXP, you'll see those custom events in there as well, allowing you to change how that aggregation occurs. I'm currently looking at the most recent Black Friday Cyber Monday period. So I'm looking at the week from the 24th of November through to the end of November. And we can see here some interesting information. I can see the number of events, so that's the number of unique orders that have occurred each day. I can see the number of profiles that have made those orders each day. I can see an average of the total price paid, a sum of the total price paid, so the total revenue, for example. Maybe I want to see a couple of different things here. So I can click on columns, and I can actually scroll down and do aggregations on other values as well. For example, maybe I want to look at the average number of items in each order. And so in this case, as I click on this, I actually see the average item count pop over here, and I can see that there's an average of 2.3 and sort of drops down to 1.8 at the start of the period. When I click on this here, I can also look at some different aggregations as well. So I can see what is the average over the entire period. Now, what's interesting here is these colorful blobs on the side, they're actually showing us the deltas, and the delta is currently set to the previous period, which means the preceding 7 days. If I click on view, which says previous period as the comparison period, I could actually do month on month, quarter on quarter, or year on year. And given that we're doing Black Friday, Cyber Monday, actually understanding our behavior in comparison to the previous year would be very beneficial. So I'm going to click on previous year. I'm going to hit apply, and then this is actually going to help us understand that actually most of the Black Friday Cyber Monday this year or in 2024 underperformed a little bit in comparison to previous years, but on the 30th of November there was actually some really great performance. Maybe I want to expand this out a little bit because maybe our Black Friday Cyber Monday period actually bridged into December a little bit, which a lot of retailers did. So I'm going to expand that out by a week preceding and a week after. And we can start to see some other information, some other interesting tales. I can also visualize this in different ways. For example, I could look at a time series chart and actually see how that tracked over time. So this is looking at all orders over the period and which were the peaks and troughs that happened on particular days, clearly seeing 2 spikes on the 30th and another spike on the 3rd of December, which might be correlated with some particular marketing activities that occurred. I'm going to change here, and we're actually going to look at the product aggregation, because this is where things get really powerful and we can actually start to look at breakdown of which products performed best. So again, this is looking at year-on-year comparison of that 3-week period around Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And we can see that the most popular product in that period was the Mona pullover hoodie, because I have sorted by the number of events. So these are orders of particular products. I can see that the average price paid is $55 and the total sum is $38,000, meaning that we generated $38,000 of revenue from that pullover hoodie in that period. Again, I can actually come in here and we can maybe look at this as a bar chart and be able to visualize each individual product. I could also look at the metrics here and actually change some of the information that's shown, so like the average price paid and total sum price paid as well. If I wanted to, I can take this all a step further and actually use the segmentation capability in Lexer to take it one step further. So in this case, I'm going to look for gender, and we'll go inferred gender. And when I click on this, I'm going to look at just purchases that occurred from customers who are female. And so in this case, we see these numbers have dropped, but we also see some different behaviors. We actually see that all of a sudden, there's actually been an uptick. There's more positive deltas from previous years than what we saw before. Equally, I could even filter this down just to look for particular things. So in this case, I could use order sequence, and I actually want to look at in specific order and just the first, So this is actually going to show me of the customer profiles who made their first purchase, who are female as well. I'm getting really deep into some very specific examples here, and maybe this is too far for this video, but we wanted to really demonstrate the configurability and flexibility of the Event Explorer. Last thing that I want to show is just a little quick demo. Of course, Lexi is present here as well, helping us do analysis and insights on the information. And there is an export capability which allows you to bring this data out into CSV format to repurpose elsewhere. We've got a lot of other improvements that are coming to the Event Explorer, and we're really excited to share this with you. So keep an eye out for more content and use cases that we'll be sharing over the next couple of days and weeks of how to use this in very specific hospitality and retail use cases. Thanks for your time.